What is up, everybody? I'm back, the People's Machine, on another exciting episode of the Gaming Roundtable, brought to you by Unpaid Gamers. Yes, Unpaid Gamers on YouTube.com. We are gamers. The industry doesn't pay us, but we're still going to bring you vids, and that's what it's all about. I'm your host, the People's Machine, and again, a shout out to Post-Human Guy. Check out his leisure plays, and Banloss, the man, the myth, the Apex legend on PC, kicking butt on Apex Legends. Check out Banloss, and he's another contributor to the Unpaid Gamers on YouTube. Hands up, one pointing out, big head, you know what we're talking about. And this came out of left the fuck field. It's called G.I. Joe Operation Blackout. Like, what the fuck, are you kidding me? A G.I. Joe game out of left field? There wasn't even pre-orders for this damn thing. So that's pretty cool. It is a not a full price title either. It came out for like $40. And I want to appreciate the creators of this game, the developers of this game, not sending me a review code, but that's fine. I got it anyway, and this because through other means. And this is G.I. Joe Operation Blackout. And you know what? I want to talk a little bit about this. This is kind of a neat little game, and it's only held back by one or two things, and it does have a ton of characters you can play as, which I like. And throughout the campaign, you are playing both sides. You start out as Cobra, then you go to G.I. Joe, and then you go back to Cobra. It's really cool. And each character, it's your basic third-person shooter. There is no like snap to cover mechanics, so it's kind of old school in that respect. There is a lot of unlockables. Of course, these are the people you can play as: the Snake Eyes, Duke, Lady J, Sci-Fi, which is crazy because I used to love Sci-Fi on the TV show. Scarlet, Roadblock. On the Cobra side, you got Cobra Commander, Storm Shadow, Firefly, also known as the Saboteur. On the original card, I remember that. Baroness, Destro, and Zartan. And I'm going to tell you, the voice acting is great. I really like the voice acting. And you've got your comics you can unlock, like the covers and stuff, which is pretty neat. And I like that. That's kind of nice. And there are videos, and I haven't unlocked those yet. And there's other stuff you can unlock. And it kind of goes through their specials, what they can do, because everybody has like a super special. And Team Battle, by the way, is your basic PvP mode. But here's the thing. This is not... Okay, so this is the thing. I was hoping there'd be bot match. There is no bot matches. You can play couch co-op. There's Team Arena Assault, Capture Flag. Again, it's almost old school. Because it's like another one of those games. Let's just shoehorn in multiplayer because why not? And I think the multiplayer would be fun, but there's nobody playing. And let's get into this campaign. And there's solo. You can co-op through the game together, which is pretty neat. Let's go to solo. You can go back and play through the missions over and over if you'd like to try the different stuff. That was just playing as Duke. This is like Capture the Flag, Lights Out, and different things that you can play as, which I think is cool. Let us go ahead and go back, and I'll show you a little bit of this stuff. There is difficulty. I don't think there's really... I don't know if there's any challenge or things that just changes because you play on a harder action or not. This game does have some difficulty spikes, just random. The end boss on Lights Out is basically Destro, and I was doing fine, and then he shows up, and I'm just telling you, like, I just could not get past it on normal, and I was like, over and over, just dying. I'm like, what is going on here? You do have regenerative shields, which is, again, very classic video game trope. So I had to set it back down to this difficulty and then add back to government issue once I got to that point. And weird thing is, you can unlock these modifiers. So you can have enemies explode on death, deflective barriers. You can have rotor enemies move faster. Enemies do more damage. Neo Steel Plating. I don't know if adding modifiers, like, you just to change it. You have maximum HP of 1. You have no armor. Players can use melee. Players can only use melee weapons. I don't know what... Players have double HP and armor, which I guess would be nice. I don't know what this really is supposed to do. Are these... Because there's like your modifiers there. I think you have to unlock these in the game, like, or maybe not. Hold on. No, you can select them. So that's, I don't know why there's enemies drop more ammo, players have infinite ammo. I guess it's just, I don't know, I don't know if it's supposed to affect, like really affect anything, just gameplay to make it more fun, or do you get like rewards for using modifiers? I'm not sure. I want to go ahead and do this, capture the flag. I want you all to see kind of like the beginning, so you kind of get it, you can kind of get an idea of what's going on here with this. There's no modifiers, so we're gonna do this real quick. And when you play back through the missions, in the original mission, these are the only 2 players that are available. But when you go back through the mission, you have all the Cobra available, so it's kind of nice. You can try out everybody. So by the way, you do have weapon skins, as you see here off the side. And that looks like one of the guns out of Destiny, as a matter of fact. So that's kind of neat to have those. You also have character skins. So that's like Cobra Commander in his Arctic gear. There's like Cobra Commander, almost like the movie one in a way. And that's kind of neat. And you got the traditional. And of course, again, same thing. Every character has a secondary signature weapon. You know, here he is like in the snow. So it looks like he's got 2 skins. Some are, and again, some of them are locked. And then you got, here's a Firefly. You know, that's kind of like more modern. What I think he looks like in one of the whatever. So he's got a few skins. The Baroness has got the like traditional. Here's like a snowbound one. Here's one, and she's wearing all red. So you got 3 there. And again, every character's got some unlockables. You know, that's like more like Dreadnought kind of, but that's like classic. And then Destro, of course. That's kind of neat. You can see some of the different skins that are available. That's more like classic. But again, the game has these skins, and you unlock them in game. Like you go through the game, and they're little icons, like little palettes, like what you would paint off, like what Bob Ross holds, and you collect those, and that's how you get your collectibles. So it's kind of nice to have a game where you're actually I'm gonna try Baroness since I've never played as her. And you can check out her stats on and off with her fire rate. She's pretty well balanced. I like the fact that you have these old school type collectibles. You know, a lot of games don't do that anymore. You usually have to buy everything. So let's try this out so I can show you a little bit of the gameplay. And once it loads. And when I said there was a couple things that held it back, I'm going to go ahead and skip this. I don't want to spoil the story. But I may have to turn the volume down some. Again, even though I've got it turned down, it's a very volume game, you know. There's a lot going on here, but we'll see. We'll see when I load up into it. So we're going to check this out. Capture the flag. So I think it's cool you go back and forth between the characters. So Baroness has like some purple hair. I know in the original show she had everything. So the Joes, you're fighting robots, which is weird, but for the most part. Like the bats, if it's Cobra, you're fighting the bats. Let's see here. She's got a roll as her dodge. Some people have a traditional, she just has a standard roll, where like some people's dodge, for example, Scarlet does a quick sidestep. Depending on the direction you can go, an angle and different things. Lady J, when she dodges, she gets a boost of speed where she can run faster. And you can switch weapons. This is her signature weapon. So you reload with R1, and you have reactive reload. Of course, like like grenades with L1 trigger. The thing that I was saying when I talked about the one thing that kind of holds it back some, to be perfectly honest with you, is see how my crosshairs turn red? I don't even really know if I hit him or not. The enemy AI is very erratic, because a lot of times they don't so much like run away from you, but they strafe a lot. They run back and forth. Instead of doing like brain dead AI, and they're not, they don't necessarily, I'd say, like I can do this and take cover, but I can't hop up out of cover. But so because it doesn't have those mechanics. But you know, sometimes they run at you like that, but other times they literally just go back and forth. They strafe. See, they back up on you and side step. So it can be difficult to hit them. And sometimes I feel like the collision detection on the bullets and stuff are a little off, and sometimes it's kind of spot on. It's a little here and there. And the other thing that I noticed in playing the game, here's something, I didn't get this before, so I got a collectible, I got a comic. What I didn't really get before, when I played this before, everyone has like a knife attack, and it looks like they're going to pull a knife out, but there's no actual knife. So that's a little weird that they kind of forgot that. You can find weapons. This just switches, you know, there's automatic rifle. But I still have, you always keep your signature though. So that's kind of nice. And I do like that. So again, it's, what holds it a little bit up for me is sometimes it's just when you're in the thick of battle and you are fighting a lot of these things. I have the stick sensitivity, and as soon as I get a moment I'll show you what I'm talking about. See, I'm like literally can't even hit the guy. I like the reactive reload. I love games that have that. So let me show you this. So in the options, I have the camera sensitivity turned down to 3, but let's turn it 5 is its default. And at 5, it still feels sluggish up until a point, and then it just doesn't feel like, I don't know, 5 still feels like it's a little faster than it needs to be. And even though it looks like that, see, and it snaps to an enemy, but it doesn't stay snapped or locked on to the enemy. So you almost have to use that snap function right off the bat, so you don't have that, it makes it a little bit easier. You see, he just sidestepped my bullets. So the AI is not stupid. It's just it kind of just does that quick snap and then stops. So you almost have to take advantage of that right off the bat. But if you put the camera sensitivity up, and 5 still seems kind of slow. Let's throw it up like to its max. You know, this is the problem. There's a lot of blur. I mean, I barely hit the stick and I'm already like turning around in circles. Look at that. See, I can't control it. You can't control it. Just like it starts out turning slow and then goes really, really fast. And that's what kind of holds it up a little bit, is that sensitivity. If you want it up high, forget it. Like, you're not going to be able to control it, just like you just saw from me. So that's what happened there. You also have emotes. So, and every character has an emote, which I guess that they put that in for multiplayer. And then you got like where I have to complete these objectives here. And of course every character has like a super special, which hers is some kind of like, I guess, venom grenade or whatever. So we're gonna jump down here. There's no fall damage. And then I gotta kill like these planes. And I also had, like, it looks like I'm right up on them, and they're not the easiest thing to destroy, believe it or not. Sometimes they'll go right past your guns. It's just because of the way they're positioned. Even though it showed the crosshair turning red, and then that one I got. So, hello. Another thing that you might think you can do, but you cannot do. I do not know if there's drop in and drop out co-op. I don't believe there is. And I can't just swap to Storm Shadow. I have to play as the Baroness, regardless of it. So it's just kind of one of the things that you have to
do. Ready for beautiful destruction.
Alright, so I did that. And again, it's just your basic third person, but when I say what I do like about it is, I mean, other than the weird camera sensitivity and the strange where it kind of snaps to the nearest enemy, but then it stops, like it doesn't track them. I didn't actually realize it was doing that until last night. I got to about mission 4 or 5 minutes, like, I think it snapped on them kind of off the bat, and it does. And I was like, oh, okay. And it does have a nice cartoon look about it. Like, I do like, they did try to do a almost cel shaded like vibe, which they did. They try to make it more cartoony, and it plays well. Like, it feels good running around, dodging. Like, everything's pretty responsive. It's just the camera sensitivity is a little bit tricky. Now, I do not know what the version 1.04 has done to the game, but this really tickles my nostalgia. I was a kid watching G.I. Joe, you know, all the time, and just loved the show. Transformers, G.I. Joe, Masters of the Universe. Now, if we can get a Masters of the Universe game, oh, that'd be great. And unfortunately, we probably will never get that. But, you know, I'm holding out hope. I don't think this is a game that a lot of people even knew was coming out. Believe it or not, the developer didn't announce this, like, I think they announced it like a week ago. Like, they just kind of kept it under wraps, and that's kind of unheard of. To see somebody come along and say, I can't hit nothing. Look at this. I'm aiming right at him, as you can see, and it's turning red, but it's just not hitting nothing. Again, this is some of the collision detection problems I have, where I got that one, but I don't know, and I think that's one of the issue. Another thing that kind of holds it up a little bit is the collision detection's a little spotty. So we're gonna try to get past this one fast. All right. Okay, objective complete. Gotta kill so many of those. So we're gonna do that. And again, you have
is not a drill. Women and children first.
You'll have to fight Duke for a little bit in this in part here. I just wanted to show you all a little bit of this gameplay, and if you like, you know, G.I. Joe, which like me you do, and if you like your more, I'd say old school third person shooter, because there is no like snap to cover mechanics, and hey, there's another collectible. See, I didn't get that on my first time around. It's one of those things. So for you know, I just it feels like playing like old school third person shooters that you would find on the 360. So you almost have to aim in and out. You can just shoot like that if you want, like without aiming in, but aiming in with that snap, it just makes it easier to get through and whatnot. So we did that. So that's pretty cool. And I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit of gameplay that's out. This game came out for $39.99, and luckily I did not have to pay that. And so no, it's excellent, and so far I'm enjoying it. And once you kind of get used to the camera sensitivity, you do have to keep it pretty much on 5 or a little less, because it is way too sensitive up top. So I don't know why adjusting that sensitivity, even playing on 7, it still has a tendency to kind of zoom a little quick, even for me. Like, it just, because there's not so much motion blur, but it's just the color blur, and you're like, man. So I really believe 5 is probably the best really bet for that. Let's blow him a kiss. And so I just wanted to show you a little bit of this G.I. Joe game, and I want to show you the Joes so you get to see, at least see what they look like. I won't like load a mission, but I'll show you what they, since I've already, like I said, since you've already completed it, you're allowed to play as who you want. So you got your different Joes here. I've got everyone unlocked but Snake Eyes. So, you know, again, you have your different weapon skins, and these might be little spoilers. Why Snake Eyes is in that outfit, I have no idea. It must be a comic reference or something. See, he's only got 2 outfits, and then Duke, and then you have like classic kind of like Duke, like from the big 12-inch figures. Let's see here, Lady J's. I think she's got her snow outfit, and then she's got this outfit, and then her classic outfit. Sci-Fi, that's this outfit. That's more like closer to the original. No, that's more like the original, which is what he's wearing there. It's been a while since and then you got Scarlet. Scarlet's got like a snow version, and she's got this armored version, and then like that, and then Roadblock, which has got the snow, and then and everybody knows on the old show he was a chef, and there's an episode or 2 where he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and he's cooking out and doing that, so that's kind of a nice little nod to the old show. So you've got these different things, different weapon skins. I think it's cool that they had those, just to kind of, you can tailor your Joe, and I don't know if the developers are going to bother to put any DLC or anything. So far there's nothing. There's no microtransactions, there's nothing like that. But it would be cool if they added some more skins and stuff. They could do that. But I don't think this is going to be a big selling game. because it came out of left field in a weird time. So, but to be perfectly frank with you, if you are a fan of G.I. Joe and you just grew up with that and you want to wax nostalgia about it, great. If you don't know who the hell G.I. Joe is, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing watching my video. And if you like to find out, there's plenty of information out there on that all over the web. But G.I. Joe was just something I grew up with and just loved it with the PSA announcements and all that stuff. Growing up with that, it was great. So just want to let you know, it's not a bad game. It's not great, but it's pretty decent. It's pretty fun. I've been having fun with it because it's just a pick up and play, run and gun, old school third person shooter with a lot of unlockables and collectibles, and you just don't see that. And the fact that there's no DLC, no microtransactions, nothing to worry about. You get what you see is what you get. It almost reminds me of something I would have bought on my 360 in the yesteryear or whatever. And I like to see these mid-tier titles come out because we need more of those mid-tier titles like this. Not AAA, just stuff that kind of comes out that's fun to play and get into with easy trophies and whatnot. So there you have it. That's a little bit of G.I. Joe. I give it my recommendation. Please check us out on Unpaid Gamers. Check out John on Posthuman Guy. John, one of my good friends. He and his leisure play. We got Ban Lost on the PC with the Apex Legends, and you can watch him multiplayer and tear some people up in that. And of course, the Gaming Roundtable. Check me out. I've got 3 years worth of videos. My old gamer PSN tag was JuiceFan3941. I am now the People's Machine, which is my stage name when I played music. And you can see 3 years worth of videos going way back. And this has been G.I. Joe Operation Blackout. Definitely recommend it for the price. And I'll see you next time on the Gaming Roundtable. Good night, everybody. And as always, gamers, good gaming.